Just talk a little bit about how the second half, it looked like you got good team play defensively, good communication, good talk, and just were able to share the ball, but just a good team win tonight for you.
You know what? We had 5 guys in double figures. Defensively, which I was really pleased with, I think they were 5 of 22 at one point in the second half. I don't know what they finally finished up. But with like 8 minutes to go, they were 5 of 22. So I know we started guarding. And that's how you got to train them how to defend. And if they can defend, we're so fast. We can get down that floor so fast and get some layups. Now, we missed a lot of layups tonight. And those layups led to points on the other end, back the other way. But like I was really proud of them on how they started the game to how they flipped the switch at halftime to come out in the second half.
Second chance points you got just were like 3 times there. You did a great job of hitting the offensive glass, getting the putbacks, missed layups, but just talk a little bit about that too, your second chance points tonight.
We have to try to create advantages because we're not the biggest team, and we have to use our athleticism of getting to the glass to create opportunities. I mean, the good teams end up creating more opportunities by getting to the glass, getting tip outs, getting threes off those tip outs, and our guys did that tonight, which was really good to see.
Was very impressed tonight with Harris, the way he played, that I thought that he did a good job of running your offense. Had 6 assists, double figure though, but what were your thoughts on his play tonight?
He's been so consistent. I mean, he's been leading us in assists, I think, almost every game, I felt like. He just does a good job of taking care of the ball, playing off 2, making the right reads. I was only mad with him for one play on offense tonight. He came off a ball screen in the first half, and we went our small lineup. And Isaiah popped, and he didn't look behind him. But he would have had 7 assists because Isaiah was going to drill it. But he is so good in the open court, so fast, and great body control.
Coach, I noticed in the first half, you were not hesitant to make some substitutions in there. What were some things you were kind of searching for, trying to convey to your guys early on in the game?
You got to guard. Justin, you were sitting right next to me. If you don't guard, you can't win. And our guys don't understand that because they don't understand college basketball real well. Just because they're young, they're college kids. They don't really get the whole grasp of it. But if you don't guard, you can't win. And this would have turned into a nail biter if we didn't start guarding in the second half. And when we go on the road on Friday night, if we defend, doesn't matter who you're guarding, but if you defend like we did this second half, you're going to have an opportunity to win. And the other road games that we played, we didn't defend. We traded baskets, and we were right there with all of them at different times of the game, but we can't just trade baskets.
And just looking at the stat sheet, you almost had 6 finishing double figures.
Yes.
What does it say about the distribution of the scoring with this very young team?
That's what we've been talking about from day one, is like we want to have guys score. We want everybody to score because everybody plays harder when they score. And if you keep sharing the ball, we'll keep scoring. And I think we had points where we really shared the ball, and we had a couple guys that were, when I say they were selfish, they had open looks and didn't take them, and they passed them up to the next guy, which is a really good play, but they should have shot it. Like I told them, you need to shoot that one. And they have come a long ways with that, because if you watched our game against NC State, oh man, whoever got the ball was shooting it up, first touch shot. And they have now made progress in that in the last 2.5 weeks.
And a couple of guys I want to ask about, Gregory seems to do a good job of getting downhill into the lane and creating some chaos. What has it been like kind of watching his progression game to game?
Oh, he's so good. He's so fast, so quick. He can change direction with the best of them, and he can make really good decisions once he gets in that change of direction and downhill and get 2 on the ball. Once he gets 2 on the ball, he makes really good decisions. Sometimes there's not 2 on the ball. He's just getting layups. But he does a really good job. His upside as that lead guard has been really good.
And obviously one of the best names in college basketball, Mr. Dean leading the way with 21 points. What kind of like electricity does he bring to the ball club?
You know what he does? He sparks runs because he'll make a dynamic dunk. He'll make a dynamic rebound. He'll do something on the offensive end. And that's what's beautiful about him, because he he brings energy with how he scores the basketball in a hurry. He can score in bunches, as he did tonight. I mean, I think he had 2 at half, and he ended up with 19 second half, or he had 4 at half and 17. I mean, he scores in bunches, and he does a really good job of doing that within the system.
All right, I've just got one question for you. Since this is the first game I've gotten to cover in person this
Yeah.
season. All right, so with all the roster turnover and everything, trying to put in a new identity for this team this season, what do you think of your team's progress so far in the season, and what's been your biggest message to them so far?
The progress, I think we've made steps in the right direction. Tonight showed me that they can not do what they were supposed to do to start the game and then flip it. And a lot of teams can't do that. I've been a part of a lot of programs that guys can't flip it. So like their progress from game 1 to game 6 now, is that right? Yeah. Game 1 to game 6 has been really good. And I'm proud of them that, because we don't have a guy that's played more than, I think CJ played 6 minutes last year. I don't know. Kanye Jones played 678 minutes at Division I level. He's hurt. So now we don't have a guy that's played minutes at the Division I level. And it's really good to see how they're growing up in front of our eyes. And then, I forgot your second half of your question.
What's then your biggest message that you've been teaching people?
The biggest message is discipline. If we have discipline on the court, off the court, in the classroom, we'll have a chance to be really successful this year as a team. And discipline is really simple. In the first half, we tried to run through 3 passing lanes and didn't get any of them, and they scored. And that's being undisciplined. And they're learning from that, and they're growing from that, because this is the first time in their lives that they've been challenged on that. And that's been good for them.
Did you figure out a way yet to bottle your halftime speech?
They don't want that one again.
with 6 minutes to go in the game, you had outscored them 36-12 in the second half.
Yeah, but this is what I'd say, Coach, is we got to that point. I got to that point at, about 8 minutes into that first half. I'm like, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to wait till halftime, make my corrections at halftime. And there were simple corrections. They weren't real difficult. Got to play a little bit harder. And, hey, you 5 guys are going to play to the media. If you don't go hard, it may be the last time that you get to play and start for an Upstate team. Well, they figured it out fast. And they came out with a little bit of energy. And that was, they knew better. They knew they were in the wrong. And that's what's beautiful about the guys on the team. They're very coachable. They're very complimentary to everybody. And you saw it at the end of the game. CJ did like 3 plays. And they're going to be unnoticed on the stat sheet. Not his shots. He did 3 things on the defense end where he got through an elevator screen, just like we walked through. Just technique-wise. And all the guys on the bench like, Coach, he did it just like you're supposed to. And that's what's beautiful, is like guys were complimentary to him when he doesn't get as many minutes as them, and they see that he's doing it right, which is really good to see.